If you're involved in research or teaching radio architectures, then GNU Radio and GNU Radio Companion are a great tool. For your radio source, then a low-cost dongle can be pretty effective. But if you need good, reliable access to the radio spectrum anywhere from 1 kHz to 2 GHz with high integrity, good signals, then an SDRplay RSP makes a lot of sense. In this video we show how easy it is to use an SDRplay RSP as a radio source for GNU Radio running on Windows. Here is the GNU Radio SDRplay Windows workflow page, which has clickable links, and we're using this for this demonstration. First thing we're going to need to do is download the API for the RSP. So go to the downloads clickable link. Now if you've ever run something on an RSP before, then you'll already have the API installed, but so that could be SDR Uno or the Spectrum Analyzer software, anything that's already used it. But if you haven't, and this is the first time you've used it on this particular machine, which is the case here, you're going to go and select the API driver version 2.13 is the current version. So you click on that. Next we need to download GNU Radio along with the ready-made source blocks and a test case for Windows. If you already have a working copy of GNU Radio, then we recommend you use a completely different folder for this SDRplay installation. So click on the link to the zip file here. So once that's downloaded, go to your downloads folder where you should see the 3 files which are ready to be unzipped. So extract all the files. So extract all the files. Once you've extracted the files, double click on the GNU Radio installer. You may get a warning that's trying to stop you running it, but obviously you have to override that. So I'm going to click on run anyway. And let it go through the setup wizard. So I should say this process can take quite a few minutes, so don't be put off if it seems that nothing's happening. There's a tremendous number of very small files, so the whole thing does take a long time when you're first installing GNU Radio on a Windows PC. So this is another 5 minutes later and it's still very busy copying new files, but it is getting there. Just be patient. That whole process actually took about 15 minutes elapsed time, so like I say, you have to be very patient. So now we have an SDRplay compatible installation of GNU Radio for Windows, and the next step is to copy the API DLL. There it is, it's the second of the 3 files that were unzipped. So wherever you put that, locate it. This is where we're going to copy it to. Program files, GNU Radio 3.7, bin is the folder, and then we do a paste. There it is at the top of the list there. We're now ready to start GNU Radio. So to launch GNU Radio Companion, go to the Start menu, click on GNU Radio Companion. First time you do this, there could be quite a long delay, but subsequent launches will be much faster. So now we need to open the test case which we downloaded and unzipped. So we need to navigate our way to that file, which I've put in a directory here, and the test case comes ready-made for an RSP Duo, so I have actually just put an RSP Duo and wire antenna, and so we should now be able to launch the test case, which is just an FM demodulator and receiver. So I've clicked the execution arrow at the top, and look at that.
We're just like the people you see on TV, on adverts. Yes, that's right, Doug, and there are plenty of offers today.
That's right, G.
FM radio running on GNU Radio with an RSP Duo source.
From the Zoe Ball Show.
So, what if we want to use a different RSP? Here's an RSP 1A. So we're going to need to change the source block, and first of all delete the RSP Duo source block. Then if we look at the top right hand corner, we can see the clickable link to SDRplay, which if we click on will open up and show all the different source blocks for the original RSP1, the 1A, the 2 and RSP2 Pro and the RSP Duo. We want to use an RSP1A source block, so we double click on that and there's the RSP1A source block, which we now need to connect up. You need to double click on the source block to open up the properties window. You can see where it says RF frequency. You need to overtype where it's got 100 megahertz, 100E6 there. Just overtype with the letters FREQ. That'll make sure that it will take frequency values from the input window, so you can type in different frequencies. As before, click on the execute triangle. There we have it working nicely with an RSP1A. If you're new to GNU Radio, there's lots of information on wiki pages. Just Google GNU Radio and GNU Radio Companion to find out more. So there you have it. A straightforward, easy way to have a good, reliable source block is to use an SDRplay RSP and the Windows GNU Radio flow.